Hi, Tony. How are you?
Hello, Katee. How are you?
I'm so good. Thank you so much for having me.
You are so welcome. I'm so excited to chat with you about the new series and of course a little bit about your career.
Yeah.
I'm in Salt Lake City and we're trying to get you out for our comic convention here.
I know. I've been trying to get to Salt Lake City for so long. So I think it's actually on the radar. I think I might be potentially heading there this year. Not certain.
Well, I hope so. I've talked with Julie Brown.
Yes.
And I hope we can get that done because I wanna shake your hand because I'm such a big fan of yours.
Oh, thank you so much. No, I think that I actually spoke to Julie yesterday, so I think that might be in the works.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Anyway, first of all, congratulations on another life. I mean, working for Netflix is a big deal.
It is a big deal. I've been lucky enough to work for Netflix twice now. They saved us from the ashes over on Longmire when we were canceled and gave us another 3 seasons and allowed us to finish out that story. So I'm already a big fan of Netflix. So this was just a natural progression to end up back there again.
Was there any consternation in stepping back into a science fiction role like this? I mean,
Yeah.
I know you're on The Flash. I know you do a lot of things, but this seems to be like close to your Battlestar Galactica role.
Yeah, I definitely thought about it twice, and then I've given it a nice break by going over to Longmire for 7 years. So I figured it was time to jump back into science fiction again. But, the shows are very different. Battlestar Galactica had a very heavy tone to it, and Another Life doesn't take itself so seriously. It is such a fun show to watch. It's like a race car. It goes so fast that you just got to hang on, and so much is happening the entire time that you really don't have a moment to catch your breath. So, and the characters are a little similar. That's one of the blessings and curses of playing a character like Starbuck, is that everything I've done since is always going to be compared to her. So there's a little bit of me in every character that I play, but Nikko is a lot different than Starbuck. But there are some Starbuck-esque characters on the show. Elizabeth Faith Ludlow plays Cass, who is very much like Starbuck, and she just knocks it out of the park. She does such a great job with Cass. I'm so proud of her.
You as an actress, though, I mean, you live in a great new golden age of television because we have Netflix, we have these great channels that don't care about censorship, really. They don't care. They care about story, unlike network television.
Yeah, no, we're in a really special time in television right now where there's so many avenues for great content, and you are given more freedom than you would over at a network for sure. It's one of the things that I loved so much about this show is that you're really not restricted to the time constraints and sticking to that 42 minutes that you have over at network television, and your language can be a little bit different, but you go where the story is best, and you don't have to worry about those things that you do over at networks for sure.
Tell me a little bit about the character you play on Another Life.
So Nikko Breckinridge is a soldier. She's an astronaut. She was chosen to lead the Salvare crew out into space following a signal that is being sent out by an artifact that landed on Earth. And the goal of the Salvare crew is to determine whether or not the alien artifact that landed on Earth is dangerous or if they're friendly. And so we're sent out to determine that. And it is a crazy ride on that trip.
Well, and your life has been kind of a crazy ride too. It's you do so much. Do you enjoy the voice work that you do?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the voice work allows actors to potentially play characters that they would never get the opportunity to play. But also, you get to do things like over at, I'm in Star Wars and I get to play the first female Mandalorian warrior, which is very cool. I love doing Bo-Katan. I love working over at Robot Chicken. I have a lot of fun with the voices that I get to play. play. And it was, Star Wars was so important to me because it was the first thing that I'd done that my nephews could actually watch. I actually don't think they knew I was an actor until I did that.
How about stepping behind the camera more and more?
As a producer, for sure, I absolutely love the creative producing process. I don't see myself directing. It's not really something that I've ever wanted to do, I can write, so maybe we'll see some things written by me and created by me, but directing is just not. My brain doesn't understand the camera as well as most directors and actors that go into directing.
Well, I know our time is so limited, and I'm a little bit how can I say it, flummoxed talking with you because I am such a fan. I'm a celebrity interviewer, but when I meet certain people, I just kind of go, wow, this person, I love the way you approach characters. I love the way that you convey, with all the strength you have in certain characters, I love the way that they also are flawed and weak in certain ways, too. You do such a beautiful job.
Thank you so much. I think that one of the things that I've always really wanted to bring to these strong characters that I play is a sense of vulnerability. I don't think that their vulnerability is a negative thing. I think that part of the reason why Nikko is as strong as she is because she's vulnerable, and because she's got a family, and because there are things that she's actually fighting for, and it also just makes her more relatable and more realistic. And
Another Life, it premieres in a day or so on Netflix.
So it actually premieres today at midnight. So today is the 24th, but it's streaming worldwide on the 25th of July. So everyone just better go binge that.
Let's do a worldwide watch party and support Katee Sackhoff on Netflix. Katee, it is such an honor and a pleasure for me to talk to you.
So nice to meet you as well. Hopefully I'll see you at that Comic-Con in Salt Lake.
I'll take you to lunch, and we have some great restaurants out here you'll love.
Awesome. Thank you so much.